Hi everyone, welcome to a lunch break with Rhonda on a Monday. You probably never see me here on a Monday, but this is our 12 days of Christmas. So I am popping in every day for you for 12 days, and we are on day 7. So we are on the 7th day of Christmas Rhonda gave to me. So today I have another project that is from our Snowflake Splendor Stamp Camp, which tomorrow is the last day. Actually, today is the last day to sign up for it. I will be closing them off probably about midnight tonight. And so it is the last day to sign up for our Snowflake Stamp Camp that I'm doing with my friend Ange McKay. So you can order from Canada or you can also order from the United States. So anyway, Ange designed this really cute box. And so I am going to get to make it for you today with a little bit of different products. We are focusing on handmade, homemade for the holidays. And I am excited to show you another one. Hi, Lori, and thank you guys for being here. I'm so glad that you love my projects. Today is gonna be a really simple and easy box. That's one of the reasons why I love to partner with Ange, is because Ange and I do design a lot alike. Like we don't do really too complicated things. So she might do a little bit more than I do, but it's we love to work together. So we're so grateful that she can be in Canada and I can be here in the United States, and that we can support each other. So, because those of you who are in Canada can't order classes from me and can't order products from me, and so, but you can order them from Ange. We've been working together for many years, so I really, really, really trust her a lot. So thank you guys for being here. Today is my 7th day of Christmas. Rhonda gave to me. My ordering special is going to be holiday rhinestones. Okay, yours will have all of them on there. This one is missing a lot of them because I love holiday rhinestones. These were in the catalog last year, and I've used them a ton. I've included them in other things, like we all need more of these because you only get like 20 of each color or 24, whatever. But I love the holiday rhinestones have like Night of Navy, Pacific Point. They have like a pool party, and they'll have like a green that's good for like shaded spruce or any of like the green colors. Let's see if I can get it a little bit better for you. And then there's a red that you can use with cherry cobbler or real red. And then there's a yellow. So I actually use these year round. Obviously, they're not just for the holidays, but they are perfect. So this is the gift that I'm giving with an order placed today. So I'll email it out as well, but you can also catch it here and I'll put it on YouTube. But if you place an order with me today that's over $50, then I will send that to you as a free gift. It's a free gift, so it's pretty exciting. But today I'm gonna share with you a box. So yesterday we talked about paper pumpkin. We've been showing you all kinds of homemade holiday projects. And one thing that I love to do is to be able to give, buy something. It's hard to come up with thoughtful gifts. To me, it's really, really hard to come up with thoughtful gifts. And so to me, it's a lot about the packaging. It's how you package it that makes it really thoughtful. So we're gonna come up with a really cute box for you to do this. So yes, we're on day 7, and I will be wrapping up with the 12 days of Christmas. So that hopefully throughout all of these 12 days, you can really take time for yourself, some mental break time, to be able to do some crafting and creating, but also to be able to make things to give to people this year, dropping them off on their doorsteps, putting them in their mailboxes, which might be against the law, I can't remember that, but like delivering them to your healthcare workers and your post office people and your grocery store workers. I actually am in the process of making a bunch of things for my delivery people. So true story, Saturday at 11:27 at night, someone knocked on my door, and my kids were home for Thanksgiving break, and my son Andrew was like, "Mom, there's a U-Haul truck in your driveway." I thought, who's moving and why are they moving here, right? So he went out there, and it was actually a UPS delivery guy, or maybe it was FedEx. and they were delivering like some packages that I had ordered, but they were up to like 11:30 at night. And so I have been trying to make little gifts for my delivery care people that I put on the doorstep. So I thought about it being at Saturday at 11:27 at night. It was crazy that they're out there that late. So I told him, wait, don't go. I have a gift for you. And so I ran inside and I got the gifts that I had made, and I actually put a little bit more in his too, because I just was like, I'm sorry you're away from your family on a Saturday, but we all appreciate it so much and how hard you're working. So think about things that you can make up now that you can do those for these people that are working so hard. And just letting them know that little touch is so important. So anyway, today is going to be a box. A box you can fill with candy, you can fill with gifts, it can be whatever you want to put into it, right? So this is a box that I am copying from Ange McKay, all right? So let's hope I don't screw it up. But I'm following her directions and her measurements, which when you take our class, you'll get all those measurements and directions as well in a video. So I'm going to point you down, and we are going to, let's see if I can get you semi-straight here. I think we can do this. All right, awesome. So what we're gonna do is I have, let's start with a piece of cardstock, and this is gonna be the base of our box. So the box bottom is 7 7/8 by 6.5. So I will put these, I'll put these measurements, that was my heater. I'll put these measurements up in the description when I'm done with the video, so you'll have to come back here and get them. I'll also put them on my YouTube channel. But this is gonna be 7.5 by 6 1/8. And then we cut a piece of, the cardstock is 7 7/8 by 6.5. So I cut that for you already. I used real red because we are focusing on Christmas. So I think the most Christmassy paper we have is the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. In this one, I cut 7.5 by 6 1/8. So basically there's a little bit of a border. It's a little bit smaller. One thing I did too, which I'll get to, is we are gonna run through the middle of that with a die. But let's do a little bit of scoring. You do need your little scoring tool here. So to get out your really awesome paper trimmer from Stampin' Up! And let's get having some fun. So what we're gonna do with the paper, again, I cut it at 7 7/8, so it's just shy of 8, and then 6.5. And we are just gonna score this 1 inch going all the way around. Oh, my trimmer's upside down. All right, we're gonna score this 1 inch going all the way down. So thank you guys all for joining me on my 12 days of Christmas. Like I said, we're on day 7. If you, obviously you can share this video. I love that. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel too, so you can see all these videos. I do load them up there too, so that way they're easier to find. So we're just gonna do it 1 inch going all the way around. Whenever I do an inch, I always like to do it down here along this side. Because that way I can hold this down, and then I can do that 1 inch right there. That's actually, I think, a huge benefit to our trimmer, is that you can actually, I do a lot of our smaller measuring over here. So I just did 1 inch all the way around on the bottom. The top piece, since I have my scoring blade out, I went ahead and ran through one of our die cut labels. This one is using the Celebrations Labels dies, which you guys know is one of my favorite. So there, I'm just gonna go ahead, and I've already ran it through. So it creates this window in the top of our piece of Designer Series paper. And this measurement is 7.5 by 6 1/8. So what I'm gonna do next is score this one gently. Now when you score Designer Series paper, you have to have a gentle touch. Don't do really hard. It's at 3/4 of an inch going all the way around. So when you make this box with our Snowflake Splendor Stamp Camp, you're gonna make it in shades of blues and purples, and it'll be a very wintry project that you can give to a friend. Okay, so there is the prep work. That's not too hard. It's just 2 pieces that you have scored. You want to take your paper snips, which I'm thinking I did bring them back, and your bone folder. So let's do the bottom first. We're just gonna fold along all of those score lines that we did with our bone folder and go ahead and assemble the bottom of our box. I'm sure lots of you have made this kind of a thing. I make it here all the time, but this measurement is going to be one where you can put in a set of cards, right? So you can make a set of cards and put in here, or because a card, look at that, will fit perfectly inside. So this has got a lot of uses for it. I'm going to glue down these tabs like I always do. I like to go through and just do a really quick little snip on those edges so that they don't stick out of my line, because sometimes I'm not perfect. So I'll go ahead and get rid of those. And then on those tabs, we're going to use Stampin' Seal Plus. That is definitely the adhesive of choice when you're putting together any boxes or any bags at all. All right, so then you're just gonna go ahead and pull those tabs in, and so you have a really nice little edge there. And of course, I'm making this Christmassy because it's a Christmas gift, but you could make these any time of year using the paper that you have and creating a awesome little note. Like you could create a set of cards that you could put in here and then make a matching box, right? So there's our bottom. Now our top is fun and cool and different. So again, if you're just joining, I went ahead and cut out of the middle there the celebrations. So of course you could use this for one of the cards. I was gonna take the time to design that, but I didn't. And then I am taking one of our window sheets. So you can't see it, right? Can you kind of see it? It's clear. So I'm just gonna cut it to fit behind that label. You don't need it to be really big, just some to go behind that label, because we're gonna create a window sheet. It creates, we're gonna create a little bit of like a pocket. So it's fun, you'll be able to see through. So then I'm just gonna glue down that window sheet right there. How cool is that? Now we have a little peekaboo window that will go through. All right, so same thing with the top lid of this box that we are going to do for the bottom. And I'm just gonna go ahead and snip those edges. You always just do snip one side, flip it over, and then snip the same side. This is 3/4 of an inch, so it's definitely a little bit smaller. And I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm just gonna snip off a little bit of these edges because they just end up getting in my way when I'm the tabs. Sometimes it's just hard to get it just perfect. All right, so I just snip those off. We don't need that full. All right, and then you're gonna put your glue on your tabs. Again, Stampin' Seal Plus. And we're going to then put together our lid. Now, this is a tip that if you make boxes like this, is when you put together your lid, you don't want to pull super tight. Like on the base, I pulled it so it was exactly perfectly, straight. On my lid, I like to give just a little bit, maybe a 1/16 of an inch of a give. That makes the lid come on and off pretty easy. Since this is a designer series paper, it should anyway. It has a little bit more give than cardstock, but I always, so I don't pull it really far. I pull it very loosely and kind of go just shy. Now we've created our lid. So those of you just joining, this is a perfect box to put a set of cards in and give it as a gift. Let's see, did I measure correctly? Oh, I did, it's perfect. It fits nicely. And there is a window that's there as well. Now, obviously, you can also tie this with a bow if you want to. What I'm gonna do is we are going to take the stamp set Perfectly Plaid and the Christmas tree punch, and we're just gonna make a cute little tree. Let's see if I've got my white cardstock here, which I'm not seeing it. I got vanilla. Here we go. We're gonna take our Christmas tree with Old Olive ink. This is our stamp that we had last year. It's still available this year, which is really cool. And you can choose any. The plaid tree is really cool. I'm gonna choose this tree. And I need to grab my clear block. that I think I used. Let's see, did I put it back here? I'm not seeing it handy anywhere. I always have clear blocks around here somewhere, but I've been cleaning up after myself, trying to. Let me go grab a clear block really quick. Oh, there it is. I used it this weekend with my crafting time with my daughter-in-laws, and I did not put it back. So I'm gonna ink up our Christmas tree on Old Olive cardstock. I almost messed that one up too, right? So a piece of Old Olive, and I stamped my tree in Old Olive. And then we're going to, I still need that white though, and then we're going to just punch that out. I love this combination for trees. Obviously Christmas trees, but this could also be used year-round for different colored trees as well. So this is where those holiday rhinestones that are gonna come into play that I told you have to have, right? And I'm gonna take one of the yellow ones and put that right up here at the top of our tree. And so it has a little bit of a yellow top. And then I will decorate with just the red and because this will match my paper that I chose to use. So I'm gonna take some of the red dots and add some ornaments with our holiday rhinestones. So I love all the variation of color that is in our holiday rhinestones. And again, if you're just joining me, this is my 7th day of Christmas. Rhonda gave to me is holiday rhinestones. You're gonna get a pack of those in the mail if you place an order with me today. All right, so we're gonna take our dimensionals. Right now I'm just decorating our box. Obviously you can, you're gonna be able to do lots of fun things with your box. The one that we're doing for, I'm gonna take some white ribbon. The one that we're doing for our 12 Days of Christmas Stamp Camp Snowflake Splendor is in snowflakes. So I'm gonna make, but this one I wanted to make nice and Christmassy. So you guys can make up a bunch of these. And again, make it so it holds cards, it can hold candy, it can hold a lot of different things. And there's a window back there. Do you guys like that window? That's super fun. I'm just gonna tie a bow on here. And obviously this is gonna be sweet and simple. So all of you can make it, and you can make bunches of them. I think this is a great gift for the people that like your postal workers, because they know you do these cards, but they are like, a gift of homemade cards is awesome. All right, so then I'm gonna take my tree and I'm gonna add that here to the front of my box, because this one is gonna hold Christmas cards. And we got our tree down there with our bow. And then last but not least, I just wanna stamp the words that are in here. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, I was gonna do ho, ho, ho. Or we could do a Merry Christmas. I'm gonna do a ho, 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 because I want it to be straight across. So it's nice and Christmassy. Not only that, but those other stamps are not even in there. I don't know where they are. So we're gonna do ho, 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 and stamp that down here. And then I could just trim that off on my paper trimmer and add it to the front of our card, our box. So I want you to imagine, obviously, what you're gonna put inside of here. And I always love your suggestions and what you're gonna put in there. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna banner these ends. So I just stamped it and then trimmed it down to the size of a banner. And we're gonna add that on there. So it's just a fun little Christmas gift giving idea that you can do. I'm gonna show it to you one more time with a different box using another really awesome products as well. So here we go. We're gonna do ho, ho, ho. And we have a really cute little Christmas box that we made. And it can hold cards, it can hold candy, it can hold all kinds of things. All right, so our next one we're gonna go to is also gonna be using red. So if you got it good, you don't have to necessarily watch me. But this one's gonna have a little bit of a different window. So first of all, the red cardstock was, let me get my measurements, 7 7/8. Let's see here, I've thrown everything over top of it. So it was 7 7/8 by 6.5. And then you just score it at 1 inch going all the way around. This would hold about 4 cards. So if you, obviously you could make this taller if you wanted to hold more cards. But I think 4 cards and envelopes are perfect amount. So there's that. And then this one was 6 1/8 by 7 1/2. And I used our nested stitched labels and cut that out. Which I love about that is it actually has that stitching that goes around there. Oh, I love that you guys are gonna try to make this. Great. And then I'm gonna score this. So our scoring at 3/4 going all the way around. So that 3/4. See, when I don't talk as much, you'll see these are actually really easy to put together. You can whip up a bunch of these and again, use them as gifts to hand out so you got things on hand. Those of you, are there any card makers out there? I think we probably have some card makers. You could be gifting your cards, birthday cards, thank you cards. People need cards. So this pack of paper I'm using is all the poinsettia paper. And then I'm using the plush poinsettia. So I'm just gonna cut off again about a piece of this plush poinsettia. So this one is not going to have the window sheet. Instead, I'm going to take some of the plush poinsettia for my window. So our window on this one is gonna be fuzzy, fun window. Fuzzy. It's plush. Plush is probably a nicer word. But this is what's gonna go on our top of our lid, is the plush poinsettia. So on the, look how pretty that is. Can you see how pretty that is? It is just gorgeous. So on the one that I already made is using more fun and playful, and it's using the window sheet. So this one I'm gonna make is gonna be gorgeous. Like it's gonna be really pretty. Anything you make with that poinsettia suite is always so beautiful. So let's go ahead and decorate this. Let me show you how I'm gonna decorate this one. Don't worry, I think I have almost all of it done. I could just stick it all together. I really wanted to teach you how to make this box. So this is a really useful box that not only will you, obviously you can make right now for homemade holidays, but you can also make it year round when, as all of us as card makers, we're always looking for different ideas on giving our cards. So just go ahead and snip those edges. Then I like to just take off a little bit of this, just like that. And then we assemble. This is our lid. So I'm sure, whoops, the glue goes on the tabs on the outside. So this one I'm making faster, so you guys can all follow along a little bit slower on the first one. And this one, you can see just how simple it is to put these together. But this one's gonna be beautiful because I'm using that poinsettia suite, right? So there's the lid, and it's got that beautiful plush look to it. Then here's our bottom. I just gotta do the same thing and snip those two ends, these two ends. One of the biggest things about your boxes is just making sure you use the right adhesive. My daughter-in-law was here making some bags, and I was watching her, and she was using like the old snail or Tombow. I was like, stop! You have to use Stampin' Seal Plus or tear tape, because otherwise it falls apart, and then you do all that work to put that cuteness together. You have to make sure your adhesive is strong enough to let you be able to put something in there and then keep it together. So then we just go ahead and put together the tabs of our bottom. And that quickly, we made that same box again. I should have timed myself, that was fast. So again, it's the perfect size to put a stack of cards in and envelopes, or you can fill it up with some candy and a gift card, or you could actually like a wallet or things like that. And then here's our lid that goes right on top. Perfectly fits so nice. This one I'm not gonna wrap with ribbon. You could wrap it with ribbon, but I'm not going to. Instead, look at this beauty that we're gonna stick on top of there. So what's gonna make this so beautiful is I ran through, I did this a couple weeks ago. I made stuff using the poinsettia suite. And so this one I have, and that was gonna go right there in the corner. So imagine now making some beautiful poinsettia cards that you could just put in there, and then it would be a beautiful gift to give to somebody over the holidays. So thank you for joining me for day 7 of our homemade holidays. I'm so grateful that you guys are here and keep joining me every day. If you love this box, hopefully you loved it. The measurements I actually got from Ange McKay. And we'll be making this box, but with lots of snowflakes. And of course, you'll be making cards that will go inside with a bunch of snowflakes too. But you can take this idea and obviously have some fun with it. Thank you for the hearts. I love it when you share this video. Thank you, Darlene, for sharing it, and Diana for sharing it. And that is what helps me, so I really appreciate that. And then also pop over to my YouTube channel. I'll post a link there too. And so that way you know where to find all of these. All 12 days in a row will be on there too. So thank you so much. You guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow with day 8 of our 12 days of Christmas. Have some fun. Bye-bye.